What's up, guys? Welcome to the Honey We're Home. Actually,
that's not.
Honey, I'm Home podcast. I'm Priz.
I'm Talon.
How does that feel? Babe, you are not this shy. Get about your element. Come on, girl.
It feels cute.
Does it? It just feels cute. How does it feel to hear Honey, I'm Home? For those of you that know, you know, Talon and I moved in with each other, what, like a month ago?
Yeah, like about a month.
Okay, so when I say Honey, I'm Home, how do you feel about that?
I feel good.
Aww. Let's take a cheers.
Yeah.
Come on. Come on, man. It's okay. She's a little nervous, but that's okay. She'll be all right.
Yeah, I'm not.
But once she's not nervous, like, I'm all gotta
nervous.
hold on tight.
Well, it's not even nervous. It's just like, it's nervous. It's nervous. And anxious.
It's new.
It's new because it's like normally I'm behind the camera.
Mm-hmm.
So I
talk a little bit about that. Why are you behind the camera?
Okay, because I'm a wardrobe stylist.
But you didn't start out behind the camera because at one point or another she was doing commercials, right?
Okay, when I was like 2.
Okay, but you were still in front of the camera.
Okay, I don't remember.
So why did you stop? You could have kept going.
Honestly, I stopped because
she said I remembered.
I remembered. Yeah, I stopped because my conscience was like, "You're in front of the camera, bitch," and then I was like, "I'm scared."
So how does it feel now to be in front of the camera?
I feel like I could throw up, but it's fine.
She said I got to take a shit.
Yeah, I genuinely nothing's working on the inside right now, but it's fine.
Okay, babe.
Yeah.
So back to behind the camera.
Yeah.
Styling. How's that going?
It's cute.
You don't like it, do you?
I mean, I'm just like, I have like other like passion projects and things that I'm like, you know, working on right now, like the brand with Jonica and like,
shout out Jonica.
Shout out.
That's my homie.
Hey gal. Hopefully gonna take me out the hood. Super excited about
Definitely
that.
gonna take you out the hood, babe.
Things that I like to do outside of just like, you know, doing the same things every day, because sometimes, even though I feel like it's a misconception that because you're in like a creative field that like your days still can't be mundane, you know. We're in talks to like our studio's growing, which is great, so it's like there's obviously like more like opportunity and stuff, but even still it's just like, you know, as a creative you should just always be doing like things on the side to keep you, you know.
What advice would you have for someone wanting to get into the fashion industry as far as styling and like in the position that you're in specifically?
I would have like a lot of different conversations. I feel like when you work for a company, it's like obviously you have to like, that company is that company because of what they do. You have to like stick with their brand.
Take away your creative juices, in other words.
Not that it takes it away, it just streamlines it, you know, like it just makes it it kind of narrows it out a little bit, and it's like, okay, like what are ways that I can wiggle within these kind of like 4 walls, which also too, I guess, kind of like it gets your brain thinking, you know, because you're like, okay, can't go too far to the left, can't go too far to the right, where's my wiggle, you know, like where's my
work with what I got.
I gotta work with what I got, where's my wiggle room. So it's like, that's also like, you know, like a cool part of being creative too, because it's like, dang, how many different ideas and things that can I think of within this one lane, you know?
The thing that I do know about like people who don't have their foot in there, they want to know specifics, like what kind of events can they go to, who do they need to meet.
I can just only speak from like my experience, but like working with PLT, like PLT has all these different parties and like all these different influencers and stuff will come, and we do different celebrity like branded shoots and all this stuff. So it's like you can make like great connections, and like it's just a good opportunity to get your foot in the door if you can work for a company, and then you feel like you need to venture out and do more things for yourself, like listen to yourself, and you know, that's okay too. And then hopefully you've met X, Y, and Z to help you, you know, progress in life. So
that's where T's at with her.
That's where I'm at with it. You know, I'm here.
I love the passion projects though. That's fun.
Yeah.
And I love seeing you like in that element and being able to explore new things, and you should be able to like do your own thing, you know? But as far as myself, I quit my job like a year ago. Was it a year ago? Maybe a little bit.
Dang.
It was a while ago. Yeah. But I've literally...
Has it been over a year?
Maybe. But I've been trying to figure it out since then, and I got a couple passion projects as well, so I'm super excited about those.
Like, what's one you're excited about?
The most excited?
I can tell one that I'm really excited about.
This one?
Well, yeah, but no.
Which one?
I mean, yeah, but You're the
upcycling. I knew it.
Yeah.
You just want to wear the shit.
Yeah.
I definitely want to get more into that. Specifically, I bought a whole sewing machine. Actually, shout out to my mom. She bought me my sewing machine for my birthday. Yet to turn it on, but I have been Googling a lot of tutorials. It takes a lot of fucking work and it's super tedious. So I'm trying to like get the hang of things before even diving in there and trying to really like be educated on the shit. I'm excited about that too. For sure. It's excited. Definitely like a super creative outlet where you could just take shit and just make it your own. Like that's what's fire to me.
Yeah. Like I tried sewing before in my day, like had the whole like
back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day, like had a whole my mom bought my expensive ass
shout
sewing.
Shout out to moms one time.
Shout out to moms. Bought me this massive, like, big ass sewing machine. I really tried it out, but I don't have the patience for it. So, like, when you were telling me, you were like, oh, like, I think I might be interested. I'm like, dude, you have, like, the most patience I've ever, like, known in my whole, like, seen in my whole existence.
Not her calling me dude.
Damn.
She never called me dude in her life.
Babe.
Since the day she met me. If you don't know, now you know. Tell and I have been together for what? And if you don't know, this is a whole nother episode, but just saying, like, if you don't know, maybe you didn't give, and maybe I shouldn't get too deep into this, but maybe you didn't give a safe space to know. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And that just goes to people who obviously might not know or didn't hear from me. I'll say that. But we can get into that in a whole nother episode, and we'll talk about all that later. But we've been together for what? Too long. You know how I like too long? let me tell you. We just moved in together, but we've been together for a minute. But let me tell you how I know. I got a funny story. So me and my friend Steph, cheers, babe, hung out last night, and she's talking to this guy that, shout out Steph. She's talking, I hope she don't mind this. She's talking to this guy that she met off Hinge, right? And we was
right. I'm like, maybe you shouldn't use names. Don't blast her.
I mean, we could beep it out. I don't think she'll give a fuck though. Who really watching this? She was like cheesing on her phone laughing, and I'm like, bitch, what are you laughing about? And I already knew about this guy, so I already knew what the deal was, you know. But she was just like, ha ha ha, woo. And I'm like, bitch, I haven't even gotten a text from Talent yet. Like, what are you laughing about? Like, is this what it means to be grow old with someone? Like, what?
I'm all shrooming in the jacuzzi with my friends.
Right, and I'm like, bitch, I can't even get a text. What are you laughing about? I want to laugh too. Damn.
Right. She said, where my cute shit on my phone?
Like, I got 0 messages. Nobody, not even my mom. Damn, this is sad.
Oh, I love you, babe.
I love you too. But
I wonder
if
that was the same time that, like, I was in the jacuzzi and we were talking. I was like, I looked at my phone. And I was like, should I text P? And I was like, she's with Steph. Like, she's fine. Like, she's
not even thinking about me.
Right.
Shows, like, the growth and, like, and then when I told her that, because I literally was like, Talon hasn't even texted me. You over there laughing over 60 messages. And she's like, but if I seen him more often, you know, I wouldn't be like this. Yeah, maybe if you lived with him, you wouldn't either. You know what I mean? And that's just kind of like the point that we've reached now, I guess. And it's like, we really don't even be texting that much because we either be with each other or like we're genuinely busy. Yeah. You know?
I have noticed that, like, since we've moved in together, like, we don't talk is like through
text.
Through, like, like text as much as we used to.
Which is, it's like, it's a bittersweet. Because I love those moments of like getting your name pop up on my phone or just getting to talk about certain shit through text. And that's just like our generation too. Like we're very tech savvy just in general.
Like I feel like even too, like when we didn't live together, it would be like I leave work, call you on my way, be like, you know, on my way home from work being like, hey, so like, what are you doing? Like, I'm about to go home. Are you going to come over? Am I going to go over there? And now it's just kind of like, oh, like, I'll just see you when I get
there. Because I'm about to get there and see you. Yeah. But on cue, I know, like, oh, Talon's about to call me. Yeah. She's about to text me. Like, and if she did, I'd be like, did you make it to work?
Yeah.
Like, I would check your location. I know you're there, but did you make it? You didn't text because you didn't tell me.
I know. That's so crazy. I literally thought about that the other day. I was like, dang, we don't really, like, use our phones, like, to communicate as much as we used to.
Right. Which is bittersweet because that's what we're used to, but it's time to let go what we're used to and bring in like a new
dynamic.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that's dope too. You know. Let's talk about why we started the podcast.
Because of her.
First of all, you asked me 3 times. You a podcast together?
Okay.
You want to do it together? I'm like, okay, no.
So this is the real story.
All of a sudden, you know the real story.
This is the real story. This is like your lane, you know? First of all, you went to school for this, graduated, then you work for Dash, then you like do your own podcast, then like that didn't work out with Jazz, and
shout out Jazz.
Love
that's
you,
my
Jazz.
dog.
Love you, Jazz.
I love you.
We're gonna have her. We should have her and Paul on.
Definitely.
Yeah. I just like feel so much like this is like your thing. If I need to get up out of my comfort zone to like help you and push you to, or like give you, you know what I mean? I know you didn't need me. Obviously you could do it on your own, but I just feel like you weren't, because you do have so many other things going on, you know? That this was kind of just like always
Put on the back
like,
burner.
Put on the back burner. So yes, and me being like, well, I'll do it with you, like not really thinking that she was gonna be like, okay, babe, like, you know, like just
I'm not gonna lie, I was a little hesitant.
Yeah, like,
only because I knew we were gonna move in with each other. Do we want to go to home together, bed together, and then go do a podcast? And you know what's so crazy is like, as of lately, I'm like, I'm not mad at that, because for one, you have so many friends that you be hanging out with. You still have work. I really don't see you too much or talk to you now that we've like, we're off the texting shit, you know?
So it's not as like suffocating.
No,
almost.
yeah. And even then, if it was like, there's adjustments that can always be made within a couple, you know? You just have to communicate that and talk about that. But I'm super happy about like just like the outcome and just being able to do this with you. I think this is gonna set like a whole different tone for us, and I think that's fire wherever this podcast takes us. And that kind of like leads into like my why of why we're doing it. It's just like doing fun shit with the person you love, and I think that's like important for me, you know?
Yeah, because getting up at 8 a.m. on a Saturday,
nobody needs to know we're up this early drinking and not
having
at
fucking
breakfast yet.
mimosas,
Okay.
that's fun to me.
Right, high five to that.
High five to that.
And high five to us, and high five to Morgan, because she's real deal.
Because Morgan, we love you, girl.
I love y'all. And we just wanted a safe space for our friends to come through, talk, and just like, you know, just be able to be us. And like,
And I also feel like too, like we're that couple that like, number one, we're those individuals.
They look up to us.
That like our friends come to and like vent to her about like all her stuff. Like all my friends like come and vent to me about all their stuff. And then they'll ask us like, so like what's going on with you and P, or what's going on with you and T? Like what's, you know, like what's the vibe? And we're like, we're good. It's funny to kind of like, you know,
spill the real tea.
Kind of like spill the, yeah, because it's like we don't ever really have anything
We
to
don't.
like.
We're boring.
Yeah.
We'll be in
like,
bed by
but
9
not-
o'clock. But we're also goals.
Yeah.
So, you know.
So, you know.
It's like a happy medium.
Exactly.
You know what
So
I'm
it's just like, you know, now our friends can know all the tea that you guys have been waiting so long to know.
Do you have any mission, goals, or anything for this podcast specifically?
Genuinely, I don't. I think that I just...
Did you get a new tooth gem?
No, man.
I see a star.
Don't blast me.
Oh,
That's
I'm sorry.
the old one.
I'm sorry. It fell off.
It just won't...
I
Yeah.
still see the outline.
It won't come off.
I'm sorry.
I gotta go to the
Anyways,
dentist.
back to your goals.
I just kind of want to like...
Do fun shit with the people you love.
Period. And then maybe like when
Exclamation
we're
point.
like 75 years old, we could just look back on like this little YouTube channel and be like, oh,
You want to be
look
with,
at
you want to
us.
be together till we're 75 years old?
Yeah.
I really don't even want to live that long. That sounds
What?
treacherous.
75 is not that old.
60 is about my...
No, you're crazy.
Really?
I'm kicking it to 105 and you come with the toots.
Moving and experience, right? We start this off with saying that it was a little rocky at first. Wasn't because of us at all. But yeah, we were able
us. Like it wasn't like
between
like
us, yeah.
going at each other.
No,
Yeah.
outside noise can really like fuck up a relationship, you know, internally. I feel like we let it get to us one time, but I want to say that you handled it extremely well, and I feel like we resolved it efficiently and in the best way that we could. So I really appreciate that about our relationship. But I love moving in with you.
Yeah, it's fun.
How about you?
It's fun. I think at the end of the day, also one of the reasons why we were like, let's just like make the move together is because we both do have so much going on like outside of our relationship, like as far as like goals and like plans. And I feel like now more than ever, we're both really like focused on those outside things. So it's just like, to me, the most fun part about it is like, cool, I can have this crazy ass day where I just did fucking 12 things and blah, 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 and you just did your stuff. But then at the end of the night, like, it's like we're always like together. The end of the night and in the morning, like we're always like ending our day and starting our mornings together. And I think that's really like, that's like my favorite part.
Yeah, I feel like as long as we find time to like really like nurture, water our relationship, you know what I mean? Like,
Which I feel like we do.
Yeah, we haven't had a date night in a while, but we've been doing. But I feel like we've been really busy. You know what I mean? But that's the point of being really busy, is making time. But I feel like that'll come with time too. Just
But
getting
also
settled.
saying that like because we live together, having it where we do end our days and start our days together. Not that it like makes it okay for it to keep going, but it kind of like a placeholder, like, oh, okay, we didn't have date night this week, we're still like having these very like intimate like nice like chill calm moments with each other, and it holds us over until you know.
How do you feel about moving in with someone who's never actually like lived with their person? Because Talon's lived with, I'm gonna say people. Talon's lived with her persons in the past.
Persons.
And they were like, I would say like long.
One of them was long.
Super duper long. Like how many years?
One of them was like 2.5 probably. Yeah.
How dare you?
And one of them was like 6 maybe months.
Oh,
6
okay.
months.
Yeah, she's about to say 6 years. You working over there falling over.
Not even a whole lease.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, that's too bad.
It's fine. It's okay. Genuinely. For me, like when I think of like a serious relationship, I do think like, okay, well, like we're gonna conjoin spaces, or like what's the vibe here, you know? It's funny because like I'll see little things that you'll be like, babe, can you like do this, or like can you like do that? Like I feel like you were me when I first started living like my first relationship where
you get a taste of your own medicine.
Yeah, I'm getting a taste of my own medicine because I would be like, can you like not like keep this here, or like can you like not, and I'm just like, I just laugh and I'm just like, you're right, but honestly you're making me better because I can be like a messy person, not dirty, but messy. I can be. So I think that you like
she can, but
like you're helping me because it's like I'm fucking grown. I don't need to be messy, you know?
Right.
Like why don't put the shirt up now so you don't have to put it up later.
And so it doesn't compile into a bunch of shirts.
Into a bunch of shirts because it will.
Yeah. Eventually. Yeah.
Eventually.
I love that for you. Yeah. I'm definitely learning a lot of patience.
For me.
I love you. Period.
I love you for me.
Oh, thank you.
But I love you too.
Thank you.
Period.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely learning a lot of patience.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding, babe.
I'm not that bad.
She's not that bad. And I really, really appreciate, because I laid down like stuff prior to moving in. I'm like, you know.
So important. Yeah. If you're about to move in with your partner, you should definitely have like the conversation before so that can't sit here and argue about X, Y, and because we done already talked about it. So it's like if you agreed before we signed this lease that, hey, this is how this is gonna go and this is gonna go, you can't sit there and be like, well, it's like we done already talked about it. Now we done signed the lease contingent upon these rules. So
and I don't want to put rules on couples necessarily, but you do have boundaries, standards. You know what I mean? Like if you are naturally like a really clean person, you want to lay that out. You want to let them know. And I'm hoping that you guys find that out about each other prior to moving in.
It's like a compromise thing too. It's like, okay, so hey, if I've had a really long day and I do come home and cook, like and you don't like dishes being in the sink before you go to sleep, what are we going to do here? Are you going to do the dishes? Are you going to put them away in the dishwasher? Are you going to hand wash? Like, you know, like honestly, like getting very specific about situations is the best thing to do.
Yeah. If you don't know, like ask, like, hey babe, are you going to have time to put this away? We honestly didn't put the white clothes in the fucking dryer.
I was supposed to do that.
Yeah, she was supposed to do that, which is fine, right?
I'm not a dirty bitch, y'all.
She's just messy. I promise. She want to be messy so bad and not dirty.
I was doing a lot.
Any other advice you want to give new couples moving in?
Honestly, just open communication. If your communication is trash, don't move in together.
Any more questions? Let us know. We got 17 followers on Instagram, so if you want to follow up, please do. That's it for today, guys. Honey, I'm Home podcast. Look us up on IG, all that. I'm Priz.
Instagram, TikTok,
all that.
I'm Talon.
Peace out. That was good, man.
And that's a wrap.